and welcome back to War Thunder. Today, the Lorrain 155 MLE-50 French, artillery piece, although it is named differently, so it is a tank destroyer. Well, technically it is. And I have a hilarious gameplay for you. What I want to talk about is just simply fun. What I want to tell you is how to play some of those targets that have not a lot of armor, have maybe a bit of a low rate of fire, and also want to point out what the enemy team did wrong, because you will not believe your eyes. I mean, I have seen often enemy teams behaving erratically or not very brilliant, but mostly it was in RRB. Since Gaijin seems like they want to let RRB die, because no rework of the maps, no new planes so far, and even if there would be planes, then, you know, either some meaningless high-tier chat that nobody cares about except a few maniacs, or it is something that doesn't bring anything new to the table, or it is overpowered and then it's the flavor of the month, further ruining RRB. I'm a little bit salty about how Gaijin handles RRB. They need to give it love, and that would maybe bring a bit of a relief to tank RB and especially ship RB, where planes are just stupid. And that brings us back to tanks. And I think the Lorrain 155 MLE-50 is awesome. It doesn't have any sort of armor, it's open topped, it is actually a big target, but it is fast. But then again, it has just only access to HE. However, it's high caliber, but then the gun handling is really bad. Slow turret rotation speed, limited firing arcs, long reload, vertical guidance of only -5 degrees, although in the beginning it was at 0 degrees, so it was hilarious. And yeah, I think overall, let's have a look at that promised gameplay, shall we? And then we are on a beautiful desert map, because, you know, that's the best map design that Gaijin can come up with. I'm not even joking, a lot of my early thumbnails were created on desert maps because the contrast was the best, because it looked the most cinematic, with some exceptions depending on the overall tank or situation. But back to the topic. So here I am, and you can see the tank is not slow, and comparably to a lot of the other nations' tanks, it actually pulls distance. So what is my goal? Do I want to go for A? Well, there is a certain sniping position, an ambush position, and I think that it's no use to my team if I die early on in the assault mode. You know, shotgunning maybe one tank, then suffering through the reload, get disabled, my gunner gets knocked out, artillery strike, and just 50 cals. I say no to that, and therefore I stay in the back with the option to retreat. You see what I did there? Okay. So this is how I lost half my subscriber base, I guess. Now I'm range finding here this rock in the back, it's 800 meters away. We will see that I do this quite often, because you have to hit quite good with your HE shell. Now, it is a very big gun, 155mm. That is one of the highest calibers in the game. The M107 has 53mm of raw penetration damage. One thing that I have to ask myself, if you look at ships, a lot of the HE shells have a kinetic factor in them, so at especially short distances, they have more penetration than the raw splash damage, because I think, you know, the tip is a bit partially semi-armor piercing, so it's not, of course, not like a fully armor piercing shot, obviously, because therefore the shells are too light, there is too much high explosive in them. But overall, a little bit they can penetrate, because just a slight fraction of the high explosive shell is high explosive. So here I reload, I do another range finding, this time we have 600, and I just wait for the tank. Can we do it? And bit lead, good shot, just between the tracks. Perfect kill shot. Perfect kill shot. Poor Chinu. So, and we advance further. I'm always very grateful for this position. You have some hard cover. You have the shade of the tree. But at this point, I think to myself, what's going on behind me? A gets captured. There is no tank that actually can help me. and actually gives me any sort of warning. I'm the only one on this side, and so it begins. I tried to go here into this position. I tried to get an ambush shot off. Let's see how this works. So I'm just looking around the corner, and this is a highly exposed position. A lot of artillery strikes are coming in, but even the tanks that try to replenish this position get sniped from long distance. So I wait, and oh god, that's a Churchill. Oh yo. And he saw me. That was actually the best fellow of their team, and I splashed him to death by hitting the turret, and the splash damage goes through the weak roof, which the overwhelming majority of tanks share as a weakness. So very often you can splash those tanks there, and oh god, there is a Sherman. But what that guy actually did was killing 2 of my crew with the armor-piercing round. So yeah, I have to suffer through the long reload now. So it's more than just 20 seconds. And this guy is happily wandering off, and what is that? There you can see the bad gun handling. I don't want to whiff that shot. And again, a perfect kill shot. Perfect kill shot. And now he must have heard me. Or is he listening to Sabaton? Is he really listening to Sabaton? Yeah, firing wildly with the machine. He is definitely listening to Sabaton. Yeah, let's just wait if he shoots. Is there another tank? Okay, let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy. Ghost Army, come on. Yeah, thank you. Again, the shot here, and then oh, is that an M24? Or what tank is that? Didn't have quite a good look. He must have heard me. Come on, I was just right there with a big howitzer. Come on. Is every American listening to Sabaton these days? Oh gosh. Okay, I can one-shot him. He has weak armor. Oh, that's my ace right there. Come on, and he has no clue. What? Oh, okay. Okay. So 2 guys in the turret survive, despite having a full penetration shot with a 155mm HE shot into a light tank. And there is another tank. I don't know if you have seen him, so okay, I have to actually spend another shot. Okay, that's the ace right there. And we caused an ammunition detonation, as it seems as well. So again, retreating, you know, because this is what a French tank does. And that's just 3/4 of my subscriber base gum. I don't care. Okay, let's finish this guy off. So he is there. Good rendering, Gaijin. Okay, he will go there. Let's aim there. Goodbye, sunshine. And that's our 6th kill. 6th kill right there. Okay, that was intense. It's not very often that I have this battle, and I know it's low tier. I know people are relatively new to the game if they're just grinding their way through, but come on. I mean, at this point, there is not even a single person coming for the revenge kill. There is not an aircraft coming, and my team is not ruffle stomping. Maybe that's the key to the aspect, that my team is not, you know, too good. Maybe the enemy team is a slight bit better, and so they keep their tanks coming. Oh, come on, that's the kill shot. And while the shell was in the air, an F2 killed him from short range. God damn it. Okay, I can live with that. Let's see what else can we do. Let's go back into this position. There is not much that I can do to go into a single tank can easily kill me, can disable me even with 50 cals. So there I see some movement. I remember the old distance, and come on. Okay, engine and track, and he is set on fire. Where did he land? Can he shoot me? Can he shoot me? No, he cannot shoot me. Okay, let's rangefind here the roof of the tank. No, that's a bit too far. Okay. Okay, there we have it, 600. Let's precisely aim at 600. He misfired. and a fire, and we actually disabled his gun and set him on fire again. Okay, that's a good hit. Can we aim a little bit lower so that we splash actually down? Okay, this is not good. I mean, he hits me with the 30 cals. I take here the risk. And we actually kill the 50 cal for the second time. That's not good. So now I'm definitely pinged, but as you can see on the minimap from the rear, I don't have to fear that much. And that was actually incredible teamwork that the F2 killed here the Cromwell that was about to rush me. And that is one of the few times that I actually saw an HE shell bouncing. This Sherman had way too much luck. Now, funnily enough, if the F2 would not have killed the other tank would have gone straight through my gun sight, and I, would have derped him that way. What's actually possible is that if the enemy is too close, you can splash your own vehicle with the HE blast. Very realistic, not so fun when it actually happens. And there, this guy sets me on fire. And that was just a little bit too short, so I have to retreat. I'm on fire, I have to go into cover. Now I can extinguish. Gladly, no big damage taken. I think versus an armor-piercing shot, you can actually survive it because you are so big and the crew is somewhat spread out. And so very often the armor is too thin to actually activate the fuses, especially of German tanks, with their very often 28mm AP fuse. Now we just wait, we wait for the reload, we chill out. I think I have killed now enough of the enemy team that I can leave it a little bit to my team. But observe it here, there is a Sherman, there is then also a NATO again killing a T-34 that was just advancing on my side, so very, very tricky. Those are the situations where the tactical situation is not quite clear, where it's always down to a single decision that can throw like the surviving in this single tank that you're currently driving. And now the next tank, the F2, was killed by another Sherman. So again, this flank is empty and open for the cap being taken. This is not nice, this is not what I wanted, but hey, you cannot have anything or everything. Let's see. I pinged the map because there was some action going on. Again, communication is very important, and I observed this gap. And there is the Sherman, so let's adjust for it. 600, let's aim a touch lower, and the shot actually just explodes on top of the rock. That was not good, that was not very well aimed. I did it a bit too low. Now, the Lorrain actually has also a 20mm MG 151-20, which in the initial phases is very good against aircraft. The problem is, the second you lose one crew member, you lose the 20mm. It also is not the very fastest with the rotation speed, doesn't have the highest rate of fire, not the best trajectory, slightly difficult to aim, and also, how should I say it, the elevation angle is not the very best. So if an aircraft is coming at a too steep angle, there is not much that you can make. So you could see, now there is not a lot of action going on. I played it very defensively, and I think this is also a very, very important lesson. You can have some hilarious scenes, and you can have a lot of fun with them, and again, it looked spectacular in the beginning, but at some point you just have to wait, you have to secure this position. And it was not really obvious at that moment, because at some point my team pushed, was killed off, but they captured the point, but then the enemy team did not manage to actually get the cap back and actually push again into our side, where again I could have killed them off. But there was the possibility, and me just simply staying alive and going for this opportunity in a vehicle that excels in this situation. Although, to be honest, why not take just a Sherman or a T-34 or a Panzer IV F2, or even the French Sherman? They can do the same even better with armor piercing, with better aiming, better trajectory, you name it. And they also don't have the best armor. Can we snap this plane? Let's have a look. It looked close. It looked close. It would have been hilarious. Again, in some of the scenes, you could have shot that aircraft. But then again, if you fire at aircraft, they see the traces and it makes them very easy to spot you. And then a second aircraft comes in from an angle that you don't expect. He strafes you, you lose crew. Again, open topped here, just above the gun. Then the 20mm gunner, and especially from the rear. And I'm not quite sure if 50 cals can actually punch right through the armor. So that's always the question. Now, if the match would go even longer, I could think about replenish one of my crew members. But then again, still the 20mm would be out of action. But I could survive another derp penetration. The Sherman is not looking the way, and it takes quite a long time to, actually get the gun on target. He's set on fire. He's concentrating on one of my team members. I'm here waiting for the reload. This is a bit risky. Is he actually looking this way? Is he actually finishing off the enemy tank? Let's here measure the range. Let's aim perfectly. Splash on the turret down. Thank you. And that was the 7th kill. That was the final blow as well. So 7 kills, 1 enemy kill assist. I take it. That was a good result. So I hope you got the message. You have some hilarious scenes, but then you need the discipline to actually stay alive. And here we got a nice amount of civil lines and 8,000 research points. Then furthermore, we got a warbond mission. So that's it for me today, and one hilarious note is that I didn't get the survivor medal because someone on the other team died once and had 14 kills. He will post this on Reddit, much my team shit is, and with that, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if it did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies, on the waves, and on the battlefields of War Thunder.